Starting with the fold on the Babytrend tour review here, I'm going to show you how to unfold the wagon. Now, I don't mind the method of folding and unfolding this wagon. I don't think it's bad at all. I like that the canopy can stay on when you fold it. That's pretty nifty. Now, do note that when you do fold the wagon, the handlebar is not adjustable, so it doesn't get any more compact than it looks. That being said, it can be a little bit long if you have a smaller size trunk. That's just something to keep into account. I like that you can roll it around like this easily. That's pretty nice for transport. I would not call this a true standing fold. The pull bar on the underside makes this way kind of untenable, and then this way it's also very untenable because that handlebar is what is resting on the ground and not the big back tires. So that's not my favorite. I do love a true standing fold. Obviously, as this is a lower budget wagon, the fold and unfold are manual. There's not an auto lock on it, but that's fine. It does come with this parent organizer on it, and it comes with the canopy as well. And it comes with a car seat adapter too, which is useful for parents that have little babies with infant car seats, not so useful for parents that don't. It also comes with a snack tray that I really like. I do wish that this handlebar length was adjustable. I do think that's definitely a downside. And the tire size here, though, is generous. I think they're pretty decent tire size. The material isn't my favorite. The brakes on the tour are not unified brakes. They are two individual brakes, one for each side. I find that a little bit annoying. Depends on what you feel about that. Keep in mind, this is one of the lower budget versions of the Babytrend wagon, and there are more expensive versions of it if you want kind of more luxurious features. Something that I do like about these wagons is that they have this built-in pull bar. I love that it's tucked under the way, underneath the wagon. You always have it with you. It's not an add-on that you may forget to use. I just find it super convenient and nifty, and I like this part of the design. Now, I know I've mentioned to you that the handlebar does not adjust. That is something to consider for your height, but also the covering on this handlebar doesn't really have any kind of a covering, like a vegan leather or anything like that. It's just kind of this foam. That can be kind of gross for some people, so I thought I'd note it. They do lack storage. There are two pockets on the front that you can see right here, but I feel like they miss some opportunities for pockets around the rest of the exterior of the wagon. There's also only a 3-point harness, as you can see here. No 5-point option on here for younger babies. Do also note the lack of storage pockets on the inside of the wagon itself. Now, this canopy obviously leaves something to be desired. It can be ratcheted around back and forth to get different kind of coverage, and it has this built-in mosquito net, which I think is kind of a nice option, especially with the lack of coverage, but just note that when you do try and close that canopy back up to zip the mosquito net back in, it does have a tendency to get stuck, so you are going to have to finagle it a little bit to make sure that it gets in there all the way and doesn't get ripped. Living here in the desert, this canopy ain't it. Now, as for the tire releases, you can see here, this is how the big back tires are released. You push that little peg in and then the tires come off. On the front, there's this little tiny peg, and it's painful and it's in a terrible spot, and I wish they didn't do this. Overall, the tour is not my favorite. It's not the best, it's not the worst. Stay tuned for our comparison with the Jeep Evolve, which I love and is going to be such a good comparison. Thank you for tuning in. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them below, and follow us on Instagram for updates and all the wagon fun. I also have a Facebook group where you can get personal advice from me and thousands of other parents on strollers, wagons, and baby gear. I'll drop that link in the description below for you, and I hope that we'll catch you on the next one. Bye!